Winning matters, your feelings don't. But is that always the case in performance? Actually, people like you who care sometimes get this wrong, and it can be a detrimental fact in relationships. Let's talk about silverlining and shitlining. Welcome. So, today we're going to talk about silverlining and shitlining. And as you know, in high performance arenas, people are set targets and are working towards things. It doesn't matter if somebody's working towards a new PB in a sport or a sales target or a performance target in medical settings or whatever it is. People are driven to improve themselves and get better. But also this is quite the case with children. If you think about the school setting, there have always been set targets and they're trying to achieve things themselves. So people are intrinsically driven and extrinsically driven, and you've got somebody there like a coach, a teacher, a manager, somebody who's a friend, just trying to help somebody. Now, the problem is that you might have come across this idea of caring about people and trying to help them do better, and you're really enthusiastic about driving them to hit their goals and get them better. Now, if you're a coach or a manager or a teacher, you will be inclined to hear what's going on for people and give them some sort of feedback. And because you care so much about their performance and how they feel, you actually might cause a bit of a problem and actually damage the relationship. So this is quite common, and it comes out of motivational interviewing. And if you're interested in more of that, you can check out my Change Conversations course for a full rundown of this type of content that will help you get better. So let's learn what to say when somebody does a performance and you have to speak to them and where you might be going wrong. Quite often, parents do this all the time, and it comes from a real well-meaning place. So, silverlining and shitlining. As you can see, we have the two terms, and we've got you here, who is the coach or the manager, the teacher. Now, this person here in the green person has gone off and their performance is going up and down and up and down and up and down, and then they're up here and they're doing quite well, and you're going to say to them, oh, be careful, you might fall down if you don't focus on this. You might, it won't always go this well. Here's the next thing where you're going to stumble. They've just hit this peak and you've gone, beware, there's danger ahead. It's not that good. Okay, and then if you look, you might also say like, well, you might have been this good, but you failed here and here. Again, pointing out things where people were lower down in their performance. So the other person down here in the red, they're having a terrible time. Their performance is going up and down, and you'll see this as a coach, manager, teacher, whatever it is, and you'll say, oh, look, I know you're not where you want to be, but actually, look where you were before. You did really well here, and actually, your performance might get better in the future. You might do better. And what happens is when people achieve things, that they do things, that they tell you some news that they're happy about, like this guy, people often shitline them. They go, oh, be careful, it'll go bad. You need to be careful. It's not always going to be like this. It's not always going to work out. And they try and bring them back down to earth when they're up there. And what that actually does is that distances them and challenges the relationship. Similarly, you think here, where somebody's, having a bad day and bad performances, and you come in with, right, your performance is going down, but, you've got potential and there's hope and all this sort of stuff. You're silverlining their experience. You're going, I'm going to ignore what you're going through, and I'm going to talk about the potential you have and try and cheer you up. So this could be seen as cheering somebody down and cheering somebody up. The point of this is that this person here wants better. This person, the coach, manager, teacher, always wants them to improve and get better. And if we look at one of the big problems of performance is that when we have a target, right, what happens is a person's target, that's the wrong sort of marker.
A few moments later.
So let's relate this to high performance sport. What happens in high performance sport is that you set targets like this, and you have a trajectory. And this is really problematic because when you've got a trajectory, these targets are what you're trying to hit. And actually, it's probably going to be more like a bandwidth of targets like this. You need to be like in there, sort of like, this is really good, that's, good and acceptable, and that's where you want to be. And as you go along in your career, you're developing your ability and capacity, but you have to get better. The same way you would if you were a medical student, you're good, but you have to get better. The same way you would be if you'd just been taking on a job in a sales company. You're good, but you have to get better, learn the product, and get things done. So what happens with people's performances? People often go like this, they, oh, yep, I'm getting there. Oh, wait, no, I'm down again. Oh, yeah, I'm getting there. Oh, whew, I'm in this good place. Yeah, I'm getting there. Oh, I'm down a bit. I'm close, right? And every time they get up and they go, yes, I've hit this point here. Big smiley face. Brilliant, I'm in the zone. Or even they get up in here. Brilliant, I'm in the zone. They then have to go along and get better again. And they soon slip out of the expected level of performance because we're always about increasing performance. Now, why is this a problem? This is a problem because it's like this. As soon as you hit a target in a high performance environment, that target's no longer good enough. As soon as you hit a personal best, your next personal best is further away. Your next meaningful personal best, there's no point in like getting just a little bit. You want a bigger improvement, obviously, than just another couple of kilograms on the bar. It's like your next big personal best, meaningful one. So this is problematic because what it often means is that the goalposts keep moving and we end up in a situation where even though somebody's made all of this progress, right, from there to there, they're continually in a mood where they're unsatisfied with what they're doing. So it's really important to actually sit down and celebrate these points of success and go, look, let's find some good where actually we did a bit of improvement and focus on those. Because in environments where you're asked to keep increasing your performance, it can become very demotivating if you don't spend time doing that. And if you're a coach or manager, teacher, again, spend time doing that, celebrating the improvements as well. But the big thing here is that if you're going to silverline or shitline somebody, you're missing out on their current experience. And actually, their current experience might be positive and really happy and optimistic and whatever else. Jump in and enjoy that with them, celebrate with them, get on board and empathize with how they're feeling, right? Connect with them, have a relationship. If they're feeling down, that's okay. Negative emotions are valuable too for performance. If you're sad, it's because you're disappointed because you put in effort and you didn't get what you wanted, okay? But, I know how you feel. This is terrible and, you could have done better and it's so disappointing for you and it feels like shit, I understand. I'm with you there. Before you go into trying to give feedback, trying to improve, or trying to modify how they think, accept how they think, and connect with them on empathy and build a solid relationship. That's what's going to make a difference if you're a coach, manager, or teacher. Again, check out my Change Conversations course or any of the other videos on motivational interviewing. And, let's help people get better. So, look after yourself and look after others.